Hello, everyone. If you're watching me, apologies for my latest. I'm 4 minutes late, according to my clock. Just had my vegan breakfast. It was lovely. Don't feel much hungry today. This may be a little chat, but feel like going back to bed or resting my body, really. Morning. Hello. Whoever sees this channel page. Yeah, it's been real. It's been nice for the most part. That was lovely. I do calorie count. My vegan breakfast I did have was I managed to get the vegan black pudding today in the Asda store. Oh, it was absolutely amazing. And I was circling round, friends. I don't know if you do this, but I was circling round to see if I could get a nice customer assistant, because sometimes if you don't get someone who's maybe don't smile a bit or is a bit laggy or looks like they can't be bothered, then it kind of puts a standpoint on your day, and it's never nice. But it's always good to take the positives from a situation, because you don't want to take the negatives and then make yourself down because of that person. That person just may have psyche issues, and that person just may be dealing with something that is greater than them, and they've let it go so great that it's kind of blown out of proportion. But yeah, I got the right person, so I'll be putting in my feedback to the Asda store in the United Kingdom shortly later, because she was absolutely amazing. She was phenomenal, and I thanked her profusely. And yeah, she said have a lovely day, and it was just absolutely amazing. I can't fault her. So yeah, so now I know that in my Asda store in the United Kingdom they have the vegan black pudding, and if you're new to veganism or even plant-based living, it's worth trying because it's absolutely amazing. I've never tried the other black pudding, but I've smelt it and it smelled kind of strong. And the same with the vegan black pudding. It has that smell of the normal black pudding, but I know it's nicer and I feel good because it's more friendlier and it fills me with joy. Would I have it again? Yeah, absolutely. I'll put in my feedback to the company that made it. Can't remember offhand, but yeah, I would definitely have it again. So I had a concise vegan breakfast for my smaller frame after my surgery. And whilst I haven't scripted this live session, I just thought it would be a bit of a chit chat, really. Come in and yeah, just talk really for a little bit. So yeah, I've got my coffee now. That will do me. I had about 170 calories because I had one tomato, which is 6 calories. I had 44 grams of black pudding. I cut it in slices, so that was about 3 slices, and I grilled that. Then I had one slice of toast, which was 55 calories, and I had 50 grams of beans, baked beans, which is 40 calories, 39.5. So, yeah, that will do me for a little while. And even though I wasn't hungry, friends, I tried to have breakfast and I tried to start my day good so I don't eat late and the weight piles on, because I have struggled with weight for a large portion of my life. And after my surgery, friends, I vowed myself to do better health wise. So, health has always been at the top priority since my myomectomy surgery. So, yeah, I don't know about you, friends, but I love my coffee. The coffee is great, it's absolutely amazing. This coffee is just a gold coffee, decaffeinated coffee that my mum brought many months ago, and I thought I'll have it. I had my last spoonful of coffee today, so I don't know what I'll be drinking throughout the day, but I might be drinking herbal teas. But I got loads of shopping in now, and you'll see from my pre-recorded videos of shopping hauls in the near future that I got lots of things from. I went to the Sainsbury's today, I went to the Asda today just to look for that vegan black pudding, and I got it. So I got little bits of shopping hauls. So those videos will be coming out shortly, which will be great. And yeah, I do feel like having a rest, friends, to say the least, because, well, been doing lots in the week, and now that I've got my main shop in, I just want to take time and really, really rest myself, because sometimes it's good to adhere to one's body. And for me, it's been amazing journey, to say the least. Whilst I'm unemployed and I've got a little bit of free time, I just thought I'll do as much videos and content creation as possible. I still want to do my content creation going forward, because I absolutely love this journey since I personally came through my surgery. And then I realized, well, I realized before that COVID was happening, because on the day of my operation, on the 10th of March 2020, at 6 o'clock or round about in the morning, I remember going to the Asda store, friends, and everything was bare. And I knew I needed a pack of toilet roll, and I wanted to get a 24 pack of toilet roll because I like to have things in my house so I don't go to the store often. So everything's just there. I like convenience, so to speak. I like things to be easy. That's me. So yeah. And then I got the last pack of 24 toilet rolls, and it was great because I knew that after my surgery I wouldn't be able to carry things. And so I got that, and when I had my surgery it was absolutely amazing. It was good. It was hard because for the first couple of months I was taking time to process what had happened to me, and I was getting used to my new body. And whilst I would say I am getting used to my new body and I have got used to my new body, I just want to say that sometimes after surgery, the body never ceases to surprise you, or sometimes you get surprises and unexpected situations. Sometimes it could be due to one rushing, which I was rushing, and sometimes I do rush because of the pressures of life, or I forget to breathe, I forget to do things because everyone's kind of want to do things fast, and it's like seem to be sometimes a rat race. Sometimes everyone wants to just do things fast, but sometimes it's taking that time to breathe, to really control your breathing, to be in the moment, to do things slowly so that you don't make mistakes, or so that you feel good or even better. So I'm always trying to work on my mental health as well, because mental health and physical health to me works hand in hand. And yeah, so yesterday, friends, I'll tell you a quick story. I went to the Tesco's in the United Kingdom, and that was for my main shop. And whilst I got a lot of good products in, and you'll probably see from my pre-recorded video this week, I had the Tesco shopping in there. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out. I will link it in the description of this live somehow if I can fit it in. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so bear with me, friends. But yeah, so I got my shopping in, and the Tesco store that I have, they have trolleys like the old fashioned way, some of the new stores, particularly my Asda, and it's just over the road from me, so I'm stoked about that. I'm so grateful that I got one store and it's reasonable in price and it's just over the road, so I can go there anytime. I really need something, but I don't. But yeah, I could go there anytime. So the basket was getting heavy, and I kept on putting it down, picking it up, putting it down, picking it up. What happened, friends? I got intense, insanely pain in my incision behind it, and that never happened to me for many months. And then I was driving home, and it was like all I could think about was the pain. But I was safe on the road. I'm conscientious, but when you have pain, friends, it's like all you can think about sometimes is the pain, and the pain is just sometimes blocks everything else. But it wasn't as bad, I would say, like my myomectomy surgery, where the pain was like 8 out of 10, and then it slowly was decreasing as I took the pain medication. I would say it was about 4 out of 10. It was more than what I'm used to. Like if I had little tweaks behind the incision, it would be just very, very tiny, like 2 out of 10, and then it would go after a couple of minutes. But this pain lasted almost all day. And it wasn't until I put the ice on that area and maybe any inflammation. I'm not a medical expert, so if you do have any medical advice or need guidance, always consult your practitioner or doctor because they're always in the best place to help you. But disclaimer over. So, yeah, I put the ice on it because I know to have put the ice on, like when you have a strained ankle, you would put ice on it, and then any inflammation that may build up in the body would go down. And I know this from 40 years of living and for different experience I have picked up in the future, in the past, should I say. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. And I'm kind of waffling because I'm a little bit tired and I haven't really planned or scripted this live session. It's just a simple chit chat, really. But yeah, it was a lesson to be learned, I would say, from this Tesco's experience. And going forward, I will try and, if I know that I have a bigger shop, try and get a little trolley. Sometimes it's difficult because I do conform to rushing around. I do like to do things quickly, but at the same time, health is important, and I have to remember that to do things in my time going forward because have had a massive surgery. A myomectomy for women is a massive ordeal. It's one of the massive gynaecological surgery. I mean, there's two types. You can have a laparoscopic myomectomy, which is just like a keyhole myomectomy, or you can have the full on myomectomy, which is a laparotomy myomectomy, which is simply put an open surgery. So you're cut, and that's what I had. I was got a small incision, and I don't mean to gross anyone out, but yeah, they cut the woman to take out what they need to take out, which in my case was the pelvic mass. It was massive at the time. When I first got diagnosed, they quoted it 10 centimeters, and I'm only a person of a smaller frame. So it was big. It was protruding from my abdomen. It got that big, and it was causing havoc in 2019. So I'm grateful today that I've come through the surgery. I'm absolutely grateful. It's just been amazing. And that's why I talk about sometimes on my socials, in my podcast episode, living life to the fullest, because when one goes through an ordeal like any type of surgery, whether it be the same type of surgery I had or different surgery, and it's intensive. Life is precious, and you want to hold on to life, and you want to live the fulfilling life, and you want to live life to the fullest going forward. And yeah, I just lap up good opportunities. I lap up and crave for good things in the future and in the present, and I try to live in the present moment as much as possible. I'm just going to take a swig of coffee. Also, friends, I'm just going to use the bathroom and I'll be right back. I'll edit that part out. Yes, hello, I'm back. Yeah, feel more comfortable now. My hair is a little bit messy, excuse me, but yeah, so that's great. I do really, to be friends. To be fair, I mean, I can't get my words out this morning, friends. To be fair, I do really do prefer my Weetabix in the morning because I find that that is consistent and enough for me, especially when on the days I don't feel as hungry. But because I thought I like to treat myself and I have done good, and even though sometimes one can get into self doubt and a rut and things happen in life sometimes, and our self esteem and self worth can go down, I just try to encourage myself that I have been doing good. So I deserve a good breakfast. Although my weekly weigh in checkup, I had gained 500 grams, which is 1 pound 0.1 from my mid weekly check-in, which was 42.0 kilograms, and now I'm 45 point. Sorry, friends, and now I'm 42.5 kilograms. So I gained 500 grams, but then I know from a doctor that who had just qualified and who has just qualified, called Dr. Ethan. He's on the YouTube. He said that based on 8 hours sleep, one can gain. He said based on 8 hours sleep, one can lose between 1 pound and 3 pounds per night. So yeah, weight can fluctuate. So I'm not too bothered about that. And I know myself. I know I'm a hardworking person. So I know that I can lose weight as well as maintain a good lighter frame. And in all fairness, friends, I want to be between the bottom end of 41 kilos and the top end of 45.9 kilos. That's the scope I'm giving myself because that's how I feel nicer, I feel lighter. But 1 pound, I would say that's hardly anything, even though I don't like the numbers going up on the scale too much. But for me, I still have done really well and I should be proud of myself. I still have been doing my exercise daily. I still have been maintaining my smaller frame since September 2021 when I got into a smaller frame after my setback last year in March. So it's been absolutely amazing. It's been a journey to say the least. I didn't go to the gym and because of my injury yesterday in the Tesco's while shopping, I thought I'd just rest that little part of me and just take time out for myself. So I rested my abdomen, lower abdomen behind my incision. And I felt I needed that and I feel good. Although I'd missed the gym profusely, but I felt I needed this week off. And because I had the booster jab last week, Saturday, my arm has been stiff for most of the week, friends. And it's been a journey. It's been sometimes hard because I'm a person, I like to be active, but at the same time, it's been really good and I needed the rest and I needed to probably just take time out for myself because sometimes I can be a little bit stubborn and I didn't and I don't rest as often. So sometimes the body has a way and the mind has a way of telling you that just rest, just rest. Otherwise, things may happen, and sometimes it can be detrimental, as you probably are all aware of. But yeah, it's just been absolutely amazing. And now I can report that my booster jab that I had last week, Saturday, the 8th of January, my arm is actually feeling more of its flexibility. It maybe took me more of a while because to get back to my normal self because sometimes friends and in the past I have been known to take a little bit longer to build myself up if I have a cold or if I have a flu or common cold systems. I sometimes take myself and take a little bit longer to get better because the doctor has said to me my vitamin D levels are slightly lower. So what that means is that when I looked up the information for myself is that the white blood me starting this vegan diet, I was a vegan wholeheartedly, even today, because I don't want too much toxins in my body after my surgery. So subconsciously, I was doing it. But on the 4th of January this year, I really quite felt really, really good. Really good. Yeah, that it was really nice. The vegan black pudding, and would I buy it again? Probably, yeah. And I'm always thinking about my gut health, friends, going forward. I'm always thinking about how does my stomach feel, particularly after my myomectomy surgery. It's been one of the things that I think about all the time. So when I wake up in the morning, before I even have anything, even a drink, I think of how does my stomach feel. And even before I had breakfast, I was just listening to the sounds, seeing how it felt, seeing if I can hear that little gurgling sound, kind of like, sometimes just make noises. Yeah, I'll wait for that. So I always like to have a hot drink first before I eat something because sometimes we're not hungry. Sometimes we're either tired or sometimes we're either thirsty as well. So if your body and your mouth needs water, more water, give it, because that's sometimes what our body needs, and sometimes it's not all about food. And I have learnt slowly to adhere to my cravings, because I've had cravings and we all get cravings, but it's not good to sometimes have too much of the sweet things. But at the same time, an indulgent treat is good. So just to have that balance in life. And I'm always looking for ways to have that balance in my life as well going forward. But it's been great. I went to the Sainsbury's store in the United Kingdom today as well. Got my little shop. So I did my little shops for around, I would say, 2 weeks and a bit. The only thing I might need is to top up on fruits and vegetables and salad stuff, because that can go quickly, as you may know. And being a vegan or even vegetarian, or even if you're neither and you do have salads, you would know that it can go quickly. So yeah, but it's been amazing. I was actually a vegetarian since November 2016. So I am quite used to a plant-based diet, and because I'm lactose intolerant as well, most of the stuff I have is vegan friendly, because of that element that I don't have milk at all. I have alternatives to milk, and it's been great. I have been like that since 2012, the lactose intolerance. I've been practicing that, having plant-based things and alternative products in milk sense since that time. So it's been really great for me. But yeah, these small changes, onwards and upwards for the possibilities about my vegan lifestyle now, because there's so many options in the stores. Maybe where you are, you might have options, but hopefully it's as plentiful as where I am in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so yeah, the future of my YouTube channel and my niche going forward, well, I still want to continue this, definitely, if you ask me. I definitely want to continue doing my online journey. I like it. I like updating people. I like inspiring. I like educating people. And yeah, wherever I can help to enlighten people, especially about women's health, because I think it's so important, women's health to date. I think that it can be a little bit of a taboo subject. It can be sensitive, and sometimes people might not want to talk about it, or they might not know who to talk about it to. So I think topics like that need to be discussed, and I'm all for it, because I'm firsthand. I went through a massive ordeal gynaecologically, and whilst I'm on the subject of gynaecological health, I am having my, people might say, the dreaded, and in a way, it can be like it's dreaded, but I'm having my cervical screening test. They used to call it smear test in some places. In some places in America, they call it pap smear. But I'm having that on the Monday the 17th of January coming up. I needed to have a yearly one, because there's a thing called humor. It begins with a H, but I haven't got the medical name, and I may put it in the description box when I find it out. But it's called HPV virus, and I was positive for that. And so when a woman's positive for that, they like to check a woman every year to see how that goes, because unfortunately, friends, if that gets worse and there's abnormal cells and they turn into cancer, they can turn into cancer. So that's why they like to keep a check on things. And for me, it's very important I look after my gynecological health. I feel kind of tearful because as I'm just thinking about it now, it's very important because I want to be a mum one day. That's at the forefront of my dreams. I felt tearful just now because I know and I believe that I'll be a mum and have my little bambino, little dependent one day. I'm childless at the moment, but I believe in a couple of times and couple of years' time, in the near future, God willing, life be spared, I believe I'll be a mum, and that would be great. But my gynecological health is very important to me, and that's why I want to eat right. That's why I want to look after my health, my gut health, my health wholeheartedly going forward. It's been absolutely amazing, and I am getting thirsty now. I don't know what I'm gonna have because my coffee's all finished, but I might just have a glass of milk or a hot drink of milk. I actually tried a new milk, friends. It's called Wonder. It's plant-based milk, and they have it in Asda. I got it from. They have it also in Tesco's if you're in the United Kingdom. But if you're elsewhere in the world, I don't know if you have this milk. But I'll just show you. Mm. I think it's much better when you have warm milk, but this is it, what I got today. It's the unsweetened virgin. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth myself, so but yeah, it's proven to be good. They say it's versatile. You can have it on its own, you can have it with pancakes, you can have it in a cup of tea, you can have it in smoothies, you can have it in cereal, frothy coffee, and it's got the different vitamins. So it's got vitamin D, vitamin B2, and vitamin B12. And it's gluten free as well, low in sugar, sugar free, should I say, and low in weight. And it's got pea protein and it's high in fiber and calcium as well. So you can check that one out if it's near you. Only 27 calories per 100 milliliters, I believe, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's not too bad. Would I have it again? Probably, yeah. I'll give it 10 out of 10 because it's not too bad at all. I usually have my coconut milk, but I'll show you that. That's the one I usually have. It's a little bit more in calories, 38 calories per 100 milliliters, but no, 38 calories, they say, but per 100 milliliters, it's 19 calories and 38 calories per 200 milliliters. I got that mixed up, but yeah, this is the one I usually have when I like coconut products. I like coconut milk, but it's been a journey trying to find the right milk because I used to have soya milk, but the soya milk I find for my digestive system in particular, it was a bit too cloggy. And because I have had digestive issues in the past, and I have it, digestive issues currently. So I'm always trying to look out for my health going forward, and looking out for my gut means helping my mental health as well, because I don't know if you know this, but you probably may have stumbled upon information before that when one looks after their gut health physically, they can look after their mental health, because you may have heard the terms the gut health relates to the mind, and I truly feel when I look after my gut, my mind feels a bit lighter. I don't know if you feel like that, but yeah, I'll just put this back and conclude this live stream soon. Yeah, so friends, it's been real, it's been a journey, so to speak, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the possibilities, I would say, when I start my full-time job. But this year I'm going to be focused on, as I said in my other live in December on the 29th, you may want to check that out. I am going to be focused more on looking to get into work, even if it's a fixed term job or part time job. So I slowly, gradually get myself into the world of work again. Now that I've had my booster jab, it's absolutely amazing. I feel protected, I feel good going forward, health wise. Mentally, I've had a bit of ups and downs, and I take time to deal with problems that I've had in my life. But I'll say as of today, I'm okay. I'm getting back up on a good level. My self-esteem had have its knocks from last week. I've had different situations, and if you want to check out my podcast episode, an audio diary, a personal health journey, where I talk about a little bit of different stories and share different experiences that I've had, you can check that out. It's on my website, which I will put now in the chat, and I will put it in the description box once this stream is over as well. That's my website where you can go if you want to check out some of the recipes that I have had out, and that I will be updating my website regularly. And you can check out my podcast episode, which I have an episode out every Saturday. I'm on a slight pod break at the minute because I've done most of my January episodes, and I'm going to be putting out my February episode. I like batch processing because it allows me to have time off to do other things. As you know, life can get in the way sometimes, especially when one has a busy family or they may have kids. It can be manic sometimes. Even on one's own, it can be manic. But yeah, so going forward, I'm looking forward to the possibilities. I'm looking forward to more opportunities now that I've started this vegan journey as well. There's not really much I would like to say or add to that, but I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone who sees my videos, my live stream, who may stumble upon this live stream at a later date. But it's nice to be able to go live, and one day I know I will definitely grow my audience and be able to interact with people. But for now, I'm going live, and you may not be in my life because of circumstances, because of the time it is in your area, or because of your schedule. But I hope you got something from this live, even though it wasn't planned or scripted. And because I have under 1,000 subscribers, it's a thing where you have to have 1,000 or more subscribers to be able to go live on a tablet or a phone. And because I don't have that, I have to go live with my desktop, and I didn't want to bring the breakfast or food too much on my desktop. I don't like to be eating where too much equipment is, and I don't think it's good. So I've practiced good habits in that sense and in those terms. But one day I may show you my breakfast, and we may be able to sit down and have a meal or do something together. But yeah, I will try and input the footage that I have had from my vegan breakfast into this live stream. As I said, I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing, so I'll try and figure it out. I might just put in the whole live stream, warts and all, so to speak, but I might edit it out. I'll see how I can manage the footage. I'll see, because there is a little button where one can edit certain bits out. So I'll see how I want to manage it and put it out there. But happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I want to say Happy New Year, even though we're 2 weeks into it already. But happy 2022. And I wish you all well going forward. I'm going to go and have a hot drink and maybe a biscuit. Maybe. But I'm really, really thirsty, and do a little bit of exercise before I just take time out to relax and watch a film. I'm just going to be relaxing and resting today, really, because that's how I feel. I feel my body and mind certainly needs it. So, yeah, I'll be relaxing and taking time out. Now that my shop is complete for at least 2 weeks, I've got food in, I've got drinks, I've got everything I need. So, yeah, and I've just put on the heater just, so it's really nice and warm. So I feel great going forward. And I wish you all well. Bye for now.